in New York, Daniel had a cousin that got married, and Pastor Graham actually did the wedding. So when we were going to get married, we were like, we liked their pastor, the guy that did the marriage, the ceremony. So we contacted him, and he started our premarital counseling. So he did premarital counseling with us for months before we got married, but he couldn't do the wedding. So when we moved out here years later, we were going through strife in our marriage, and I was like, Daniel, you got to do something, because I'm not doing anything. You need to find somebody to talk to. So who did he try to contact? Pastor Graham, thinking that he was in New York. Turned out that when he emailed Pastor Graham didn't get to him in a while. So finally he contacted him and was like, well, I can't do the counseling because Pastor Graham thought we were in New York. He said, I'm in Bowie. So Daniel's like, wait, we live in Silver Spring. We're 20 minutes apart. So one day Daniel picked me up from the metro from work, and he was like, I contacted Pastor Graham. We're going to his house right now. And that is how we linked up with him again. And that started our journey at RPC. For months we were coming to RPC, and the call at the end of every service, and we were like, you feel like you got, you don't know if the other person want to get up, so I never got up, and he said the same thing, that he never got up. So one Sabbath, but prior to that, there was a leader in the greeting ministry, and I'm just so, I'm so bubbly. I'm always hugging people, always laughing with people, even though I wasn't a member. I just acclimated myself to the church because I love the ambiance, I love the people. So she was like, I want you to be a greeter. I don't know if you know Sanita Baham. She was like, I want you to be a greeter. And I was like, I don't know about that. So I started doing ministry before I even got baptized. And one day we just looked at each other and we were just like, we gonna get up. And it just so happened that we ended up sitting in the front of the church that day. We usually sit a couple rows back, but that day we were in the first row, and we just looked at each other and we just got up. And Isaiah got up and we walked to the front. And that's when we decided, this is it. There's no turning back. We're going to start Bible study, and we're going to get baptized.
They say success isn't a destination, success is a journey. So it's definitely been a journey for us. It's an awesome experience to have our spiritual birthday on the same day. So we were both baptized December 4th, 2010. And like she said, there's no turning back. So as we journey with Christ, we feel ourselves getting stronger spiritually, emotionally, professionally, and financially.
Yes.
I think coming to RPC was a divine appointment, because like Sheila said, we didn't even know that Graham was in Maryland. We moved out here, and us moving from New York to Maryland, we had no family in Maryland. All of our family was back in New York. And then when we started just hitting a wall, reaching problems, financial problems, marital problems, everything was going wrong. It was like our wilderness moment. So I felt like God was stripping us of ourselves so that we would come to seek him out, because growing up we didn't have that personal relationship. So once we linked back up with Graham and started coming to RPC, it was like divine appointment. So now we're involved in a lot of aspects, going to Water for the Thirsty, Bible study, involved in service, involved in ministry. So like I said, it was divine appointment.